Hi, my name is Mitra. I'm a servant. I serve through teaching, coaching, consulting, or any other way that I can find to share what I know with those who want to know. And this Lights On podcast is one of those ways. It was created with consciousness and mindful living in heart. So join us as we travel through many roads of learning and transformation together. And if you enjoy our podcast, please give us feedback by rating us 5-star and share us with others if you think they may benefit from it. On behalf of my team, I thank you for your presence. This episode is about ending relationships that no longer serve us, and we have decided to end them, but somehow we find it challenging to end. And somebody asked a question, and I went into the details of why we can't end relationships that no longer serve us. And more importantly, I explained how can we do it in a more skillful and in a more conscious way. I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that this episode served you. Let's take a listen together. What you're talking about is when you have made a decision, and we were talked about like process of making decision, but now you're talking about the implementation of the decision. So I know that this relationship, whatever the nature of it is not serving me anymore. And it's been fulfilled. The way I look at it, it's like we have people in our lives in any capacity, romantic, social, professional, spiritual, even that like when when it's been fulfilled, it no longer is serving anybody. But now how do I do it, and why don't I do it when I know that this is no longer serving me? Well, first of all, it's the issue of habits. I'm used to this friendship. I'm familiar with this person. If it's that important for you, obviously there is a sense of intimacy there, familiarity there, a sense of comfort there. So it's interesting. It's like family, familiar. It's like family. It's of course it's hard. It's part of me, and I am afraid to let that go. And I always say we think it's a period there. I'm afraid to let go of this relationship period. There's a comma, because I think I am not capable of starting another one, a healthier relationship, or I'm not able to have, fill in the blank, another partner, another friend, another job, another something. It is that part that we don't say that has a huge hold on us. When I say, I know I have to change this relationship, but I don't want to do it, I'm really saying I'm afraid. It could be actually external forces, like the person may be, I don't know, threatening me. I don't know if people are in that relationship, kind of relationships, but it's mainly internal. Very rarely, you get threatened by, somebody if you leave, but it's really internal. I'm saying I am not capable of replacing or creating, because a void is created. You see, if I'm letting go of a friendship that is meaningful, I'm letting go of a piece of me, a piece of my identity, a piece of my experience. And the fear is that I won't be able to replace it. I won't be able to replace it with something better, at least. And people settle in and don't do anything about relationships. Having said that, I am not suggesting that you need to let go of all your uncomfortable relationships. I want to be very clear, because most of us, because we don't take care of ourselves, we have not fully exhausted all the options in most of our relationships. I want to be like saying this because it sounds like, yeah, it doesn't serve me. Okay, bye-bye. It's not that simple. You need to really exhaust. The more meaningful, the more this period needs to go on. Exhaust all the options. Can I be in this relationship in a different way? Can I suggest this to that person? Have I given it enough chance? I'm saying most of the time we don't do that because we start asking these questions, if ever, too late. And by then I'm so fed up that I don't have the patience to really sit there and watch if I can hold space, if I can learn. It's like, ugh, the moment the person says this, I'm like already triggered. So it's too late. Start earlier. Between everything being hunky-dory, the honeymoon period of our relationships, and being like, ooh, reactive, there's a lot of space. You catch it here, ooh, it's salvageable. You catch it here, yeah, still you can do it. You catch it here, there's hope. You catch it here, probably not. So there are two things. One, some relationships are not salvageable. Two, some relationships are, but we just don't have the capacity because it's gone too far, too long, too many negative memories, too many reactionary emotions, and too many basically reference to the past. So now, remember electromagnetic? The moment I say the name of this person, thoughts, electricity with a lot of magnetism, electromagnetic memories are there. And it's too strong. I can't hold it. I just need to let it go. That's why you're not doing it. Now, let me show you how you can do it. You really need to, first of all, take a space, a pause from this relationship, which I assume you have if you've made that decision. So you make that space, that pause. And within that pause, you say, you know what? I'm not going to make any decisions for next fill in the blank. Next week, next month, depends on what the nature of the relationship is. And you relax around it. Because when you're pushing it, you're just like this is not the good time to make a decision. This is a good time to make a decision. When you're just sitting back and saying, I wonder, like under the sun on a Sunday, if you're not taking a class, you're asking, I wonder, where am I at? Is there really truly, so that you're distinguishing between your reactive emotions and your authentic feelings, because they get tangled up. And I don't know. And people always use these words interchangeably, my feelings and emotions. But feelings have a different kind of groundedness and authenticity about them. Do you really feel that you need to let this go? Or is it just your momentarily kind of reactions because she did this, she didn't do that? So, and then when you do that, you plan an exit, an ending, and see how that feels for you. Give yourself space. This sharp decisions, and a lot of people cut it off. Let it be cut it off in one moment, but the decision making needs to have time and spectrum of contemplation and implementation. So I hope that was helpful. One, clarify that this is it. One, pause, then clarify, then implement. And implement in small steps. Or if you decide it's a one go, like from this moment, like block, no call, no nothing, make sure that you are ready for that you haven't done it in one moment. You've done it in many stages. You're implementing it in one moment. So that's the best thing I can share with you. Hope that was helpful. Hope this episode answered the question or two for you, or provoked and inspired questions in you. I'm so grateful you showed up and listened up. Until the next time, be well and stay curious.